So last week you would have seen us take apart the Mighty Max. Now the motor's out of the truck, the bed's off the truck. It's basically just a frame. This week we're going to be taking this thing apart.
Gotta make that grand entrance.
Man, that's being recorded because your mic's on. And to help us take this thing apart, we brought on a very special guest. Someone who has not made an appearance in several seasons, but has been in the background making jokes the whole time. I'm bringing on my dad for this one. Oh, he's getting serious. He's taking the shirt jacket thing off.
Shirt off now, roll up the sleeves.
Oh man. Fellas, hide your women. Adonis has entered the chat. So, in your words, in your opinion, what do you think of this motor? The whole idea
Needs a help.
yeah. But just the idea, like, this is going to be in that Mighty Max.
It'd be great when it's all done.
As I said in a previous episode, I was a Japanese Turbo 4 guy. This is the guy who bought a V8 in Oklahoma and drove it all the way back to New York City or something like that, right?
Partially.
It's a 350 small block, right?
Yep, 350 small block. The best.
Yeah, he made jokes as soon as I told him I got a Ford. He's like, a Ford? What's wrong with you? And I was like, well, it's for Paul. All right, so you're the V8 guy. What sizes do you think we need?
I don't know. I'm not a Ford guy, remember?
Yeah, but it's all the same thing. It's like with the Japanese cars. It's going to be 10, 14, and 17 most likely, right?
I'm thinking
half inch.
this one I'm gonna need probably, it looks like a 7/16 half inch.
Okay. So we did some research and we found out what this engine's from. This motor is actually from an '89 Bronco.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It was apparently the one in question was a two-door Bronco. Didn't have a lot of factory options in it. It just had the EFI kit and it supposedly made 250.
Okay.
So not too bad. But the question I have is, why was it paired to an E250 transmission, which is the big economy van? It doesn't make sense, man. We just got the fuel assembly off of here. These fuel lines are completely shot. The injectors look like they're an aftermarket set, something newer, but like he can attest, when we pulled these out, it was crusty. It didn't want to give it up, and injectors should be kind of fairly easy to pull out. Some of them have the O-rings broken off inside of this thing. It's definitely a good thing we're taking this apart right now.
After a few more laughs, we started pulling the valve train. This motor was largely kept outside under a tarp, so finding debris and schmutz everywhere was to be expected.
All right, so I have the bolts out on this side. You want to help me get this valve cover off so we can see how bad the valve train is real quick?
You're not gonna keep those covers, right?
I'm keeping them as decorations. Stick them on the wall.
Okay, just get a flathead screwdriver.
Oh, just pop them out?
Pop them.
All right, so I'm gonna pop this guy off.
That wasn't tough.
No.
There you go.
Ooh,
It actually doesn't look bad.
not bad.
Considering.
I mean, it's caked in dirt and oil.
Yeah.
The rockers are nice. Are these roller style? I can't tell.
No, I don't think so.
That's not bad. So in your opinion, do you think any of this valve train is savable? Like, sell it to a repurposer guy?
Not really. I mean, it's all original stuff. How old's this engine?
89.
Yeah, so yeah. That's not
There she
worth
goes.
it. It's not worth it.
Man, this side's even cleaner.
It looks good.
Oh my goodness. This side's even cleaner.
Next, we removed the lower intake plenum.
Ready?
No.
Ooh, there it goes. God, this is so easy. No wonder why all these guys get into American Muscle. Oh my God, that is way heavier than I thought it was though.
That's not bad. That's aluminum.
Aluminum?
Aluminum.
Aluminium, as the Brits say.
And with the help of Ian's impact, we pulled the heads.
Pop it off.
We leaking water? So this just spat a lot of water. There should not be any water in this block. We're gonna have to crack him real quick, see if he's got water in the head. Ooh. Oh yeah, these are heavy. Oh. Yep, that's what we were concerned about. Come look at this. This is what we were genuinely afraid of. Yeah. This is entirely rusted out in here. These look okay, but these two are definitely not.
I'm surprised this one is with the water in it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, because that's not coolant.
Finding the rusty cylinders was disappointing, as it meant we really did need to tear this block apart. Only soldering on would tell us just how bad it was about to get.
Yeah, no wonder why we couldn't rotate the engines.
Yeah, it's literally hydrolocked. Woo. What is this?
It smells like dank.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty, man.
We then fought tooth and nail to get the water pump off. For whatever reason, this block had some serious stuck bolts here, as well as metric ones. We ended up cutting through one as it's severely bent, attempting to unbolt it.
Okay. And there we go. That is one crusty boy, and has a lot of white detritus. I don't know what that is. So, pump is off.
Choose
Yeah.
this.
Here. It doesn't fit.
Now flip it.
Oh gosh, yes. Pour all the dirty water on me.
That's right.
Oh.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I left the block covered. Yeah. No, you didn't. That thing is full of water.
Where's that bolt at?
Probably should have just drained the pan.
I didn't know there's anything to drain in the pan. So I do agree with you. That is stanky and burnt.
I'm gonna start pulling the old thing bolts.
May as well.
Before.
Yeah, that is disgusting.
That's probably got locked up.
Oh God, it makes me want to gag. It's so strong smelling. Straight up pond scum, looking like it got it from the bottom of the ocean in there. Oh yeah, we left the motor covered. I bet you did, but I don't think the person before you did, because that water is old. Yeah, and you know what the sad part is? This is a new part. You can see it. It hasn't been bronzed over yet from heat. Man, they did this thing dirty. And there's water sitting in the pistons, by the way. Like, we didn't get all the water out.
Upon seeing this horrific discovery, we began very carefully removing the old gasket material, the oil pickup, and of course the oil pump assembly.
We just got the crank cover off. It was a nightmare to get this off. But I just want to ask the general public, how does a nut, a full-on like walnut-sized dude, get inside of there? Someone explain to me what Ice Age nonsense happened in this engine. I think the consensus so far is this motor was definitely Dunsky. There's no way to say it. It is done. We can smell that it overheated in several places. You can see it where there's like additional burn marks and scoring. It's normal to have burn marks. Let's keep that straight. But there's indicative signs that this guy definitely cooked his engine in more than a few places and probably tried to do a rebuild in a couple spots, but just cheaped out, whatever. Not saying the guy I bought this from did this. I'm saying the kid that he bought it from did this, more than likely, because there's a mixture of parts in here that don't go to this engine normally. Let's just say the recycle guy's gonna love me later.
With the top half of the block now well sorted, it was time for us to flip over and start working on the crank. With the insane amount of sludge coating everything, it made removing the crankshaft insanely difficult, but after some patience and a lot of effort, we were able to finally free it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Muscles.
Actually, you know what?
What?
I try to resell this.
Crank does look like it's all right.
Yeah, no,
The
crank
surfaces look good.
Man, even these drums are looking good though. You see that?
Yeah. Well, no, these are the bearings.
Okay, either way,
Yeah.
they're still looking fantastic. I mean, this guy's definitely gone.
There you go.
Wow.
That's the funniest thing.
See,
It's like
these are your oil ports here.
the
They go
cylinder
through.
pistons
Yeah.
are
But like the bearings are great.
great.
Yeah.
The cam surface, if you look in there, the cam surface is
It's spiffy clean, despite being flooded. This is one whack motor, man.
You got a decent block, it looks like.
Thank you.
After a quick bearing inspection, time to pat out these pistons to see just how bad things actually are.
There he goes. Just don't let that tool bounce.
Voila.
All right, can you pass them over? Let's take a look.
Yeah.
The sleeve. Ah, okay.
There you go.
The skirts look good.
It's so stupid. This motor
at that.
has so many things that are nice.
It's kind of dirty now, but
It's, yeah.
the piston skirts actually look decent.
What the heck? Look at these bearings. These things are spiffy clean. It's just the rest of it that's just full of detritus and slime. I don't understand this.
Are you complaining?
A little bit. I was hoping this thing was going to be turnkey. This guy's one of the cylinders that was in bad shape. And you could tell because that's not free moving.
Oh, yeah.
But like, yeah, see that? These signs of the overheating in there. That's odd that it did that though. It's inconsistent. Maybe dry something a little bit. Don't wipe it on me is all I ask. I forgot I am shorter than he is, but no, I know where that was going. You did that once before. We ain't doing that again. Oh, let's say, what do you think of that Windsor?
Well, except for your piston problem, I think you can be all right.
It's not bad for $500. All said.
You got a decent block out of it. I'm very surprised.
Me too. Because there's about a gallon of pond water that fell out of the bottom of that thing.
Yeah.
What do you think at the end of the whole project?
We'll
500?
see. We'll see.
Think I can get $1 per horsepower out of this thing?
Yeah, good. You set it up
With
right.
a lot of work.
Yeah, you set it up right. A lot of work, a lot of George Washington's. And
George Washington.
you should
More
do
like
it.
Ben Franklin's and whatever they put on the $1,000 bill. Thanks for coming out, hanging out with us. This has been a good time.
It's been fun. It's only been like 30 years since I've done this stuff.
You never did finish the story. What engine did you pick up in Oklahoma and then drive it all the way back to like New York or Virginia?
It was the 350 that I had in my Nova that I pulled out. I was going to stick it in a truck.
Sounds familiar, don't it?
That never
Never happened.
transpired. So me and a friend of mine drove from Virginia to Oklahoma and back in a weekend to pick up that engine.
In case you didn't know, that's a 24-hour ride one way, right?
Yeah, about that. So
That we haven't gotten to that level of crazy. I don't think we'll ever get to that level of crazy.
well, it wasn't a 2-day weekend. It was actually a 3-day week. I got put
So
it that
Friday,
way.
Saturday, and then back on Sunday.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, now you know why we're doing a big block engine into a pickup truck. The inspiration.
It's all my fault.
One half of the inspiration, because the other half, as we talked about before, is definitely my mother's father, because he was a stock car driver. He raced on these as his very last set of engines. So it's a nice little mix of the two big sides of me that came together to create this monstrosity. With that said, I think we're going to go inside, get some water, and chill. So stay tuned next time, because we'll be putting the Mighty Max in the air and get cracking on the suspension on this thing. With that said, God bless you guys. We'll see you on the next episode.
That's right.
Peace. Actually, I need to go fix my car. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. Monster.